There's a simple trick in algebra I like to call the flip-flop fraction trick that can save you time when dealing with fractions. Let's look in the green box. Basically, if you have something that looks like a over b equals c, you can flip the b and the c to get a over c equals b. Both of these equations are the same, but depending on what you're doing, you can use this trick to save time. Let's try a simple example in the red box. If we have 10 over x equals 5, and we want to find x using algebra, we can use the flip-flop fraction trick to switch the 5 and the x to get 10 over 5 equals x. And since 10 over 5 equals 2, 2 equals x. This is an easy example, but the flip-flop fraction trick can also be used in harder problems, like the one in the blue box. In the blue box, we have an SAT type problem that says, if x over y equals z, find y in terms of x and z. This basically tells us to isolate y on one side of the equation. On the left side, I have solved this problem without using the flip-flop fraction trick. As we can see, it takes 2 steps instead of 1. Without the flip-flop fraction trick, we would first multiply both sides by y to get x equals zy. Then we would divide both sides by z to get x over z equals y. However, with the flip-flop fraction trick, we can just instantly switch the y and the z to get x over z equals y. The flip-flop fraction trick can be applied with basically anything, even other fractions. In the yellow box here, 10 over 5 equals 30 over 15 is the same thing as 10 over 30 over 15 equals 5. And that's the flip-flop fraction trick brought to you by Elite Student Tutorials.